Hello everyone and welcome back to Raviol Puzzle Design and welcome back to another episode of Daily New Puzzle, where I show you the puzzles that I design during the 2-week period where I design one new puzzle every day. And today I want to show you Pan's Labyrinth, where I design my second modern maze. But before we go into the puzzle, if you want to play this puzzle for free, you can download it in raviol.itch.io. The link is in the description of the video. And also, if you want to find out more about these puzzles and new puzzles that I will be designing, please subscribe into my YouTube channel and the itch.io page. So let's go right in. So this explanation is quite simple. It says, in each level, solve the maze from start to finish, spelling out the hidden word. The maze path cannot cross itself except when going through the letter for a second time. So something I realized is that when I made this puzzle, I wanted words to be secret and you have to spell the words, but then I ended up giving the words here. So you have to find the word mad, the word design, and the word board game. So let me actually zoom in into this. There we go. That should be better. And here it explains you how it works when you have when you want to repeat a letter. So in this case, you go through the L once and then you go through it again and you get the word hello. Let me get the pencil and let me show you. So finding the word mad is actually quite simple because you have an M here, you have an A here, and you have a D here, and these are the only letters that like the M doesn't repeat, the A that doesn't repeat, the D doesn't repeat. So it's very obvious that we're going to use these letters. So let me put my microphone in the table. Maybe you might hear me worse, or I hope not. Let's see. Microphone on the table, and let me try to solve this one. Well, we know that we have to go through the M and then the A and then the D. So probably we are gonna finish something like this. Well, not like this, because we will have to go like this, and then I think I solved it. There we go. So then if we go through the start, then we pass by, we go through the M, A, and then D, finish. Now if you want something a bit more complex, you can go for design, and something a bit more difficult, you can go for board game. I think this puzzle was a lot of fun to design it, and I learned a lot about Illustrator while doing this. But then I think with this puzzle I felt in love with the idea of modern mazes. I used to hate mazes because mazes are just a bit annoying. You have to find a way or where to go from the finish line from the start, and you have to try a way and then come back and try another way and then come back until you find a way. And I felt that it was a lot of try and error. So I wanted to make puzzles, or I wanted to do mazes that challenge that idea of like trying something and then going back and trying something and going back, and I wanted to give some direction to the player. And that's when this idea of making letters came to be, or making words came to be with letters. And also it's challenging because there are some places that you need to avoid. So if I want to do the word mad, I cannot just go through the B, and because then I'm gonna spell a different word. And I found that actually very, very interesting to design. It gave me a lot of headaches. I don't have my design notebook here, but it gave me a lot of headaches, and I had to do a lot of trials and errors, especially when you add multiple words on the same document. So in this case, if you only need to spell mad, that's easy. But if you want to spell mad and design and board game, and you want to give only one solution to each one of those puzzles, then it becomes trickier. But I really enjoy making this puzzle. I'm very proud of it, and to be honest, I felt a bit in love with this idea of designing modern or different mazes. I know that there are a lot of mazes of this style around in the internet, but I haven't played any. So this was kind of like my first go at designing something like this. So let me get the camera back to the bigger screen. Thank you so much again for watching another week of Raviol Puzzle Design. As you probably saw, I'm slightly modifying a little bit the name of the channel and how I record the videos and how I record the audio. So I'm learning in this journey. So thank you so much for sticking here with me, and thank you so much for all the comments. I really appreciate them and they mean the world to me, and I would love to play your puzzles. So if you're also a puzzle designer, please send me your puzzles and maybe I can play them on camera. So thank you so much for joining. I'm gonna turn this off and see you in the next video. Bye bye.